It's another beautiful fourth day of the month of August. Welcome to Younib TV News at 1 with me, Cliff Omondi. On the lineup this afternoon include the Pope's message to millions of young people around the world. And also coming up towards the end of this bulletin will be sports news, where the Harambee Stars emerged victors in their Chan Open against the Democratic Republic of Congo. With these and more, take a look at our top stories.
Lakini siku ile watapitisha ati chama cha ODM kikaunga Kasongo mkono mwaka wa 2027. Hiyo nataka niseme mbele yenu na mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu, hiyo sifomi.
Sasa tumesikia mambo imegeuka, ati KMTC injengwi hapa Kerugoya, inahamishwa mpaka Kianyaga.
The crisis in this primary school is that there are debts which have not been settled. The whole issue has been so bad.
All right, welcome. You are watching Younib TV News at 1. And Pope Leo XIV, during the Jubilee of Youth gathering in Rome on Sunday, urged over 1 million young people to be agents of peace and justice. He called on them to build a more humane world through dialogue and not violence, and expressed solidarity with the suffering youth in Gaza and Ukraine. Addressing dangers of isolation and superficial online connections, we encourage real, lasting relationships rooted in faith. Speaking in multiple languages, he told the youth their voices matter and challenged them to bring hope, healing, and unity to a divided world as they return to their communities. Take a look at this story.
Santo, la pace sia con voi. Chiamo ora lo Spirito Santo, perché come dice.
Holy Father.
Dear young people, Jesus is the friend who always accompanies us in the formation of our conscience. If you truly want to encounter the risen Lord, then listen to his word, which is the gospel of salvation. Reflect on your way of living. Seek justice in order to build a more humane world. Serve the poor, and so bear witness to the good that we would always like to receive from our neighbors. Jesus Christ in the Eucharist.
All right, now switching gears to politics. At a Women's Empowerment Forum in Lukome, ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna and Saboti Member of Parliament Caleb Amisi vowed to sever their relationship with Raila Odinga if he supports President William Ruto's 2027 re-election. The leaders praised Raila's contribution to Kenya's democracy, but strongly opposed any support for Ruto's political return.
Santo, la pace sia con voi. Chiamo.
Wanachama ODM wakipitisha waseme Sifuna ni shenzi kabisa, nitasoma. Wakisema huyu Sifuna ni bure kabisa, nitasoma. Lakini siku ile watapitisha ati chama cha ODM kikaunga Kasongo mkono mwaka wa 2027. Hiyo nataka niseme mbele yenu na mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu, hiyo sifomi.
Naambia baba hivi, nimwambie simwambie? Niambie baba simwambie?
Mimi Caleb Amisi, ukiamua kuunga mkono William Ruto, baba, that is the end of me and you are. nafasi, na wakirudi kama ya pili watafika wapi? Tumekuambia hapo na viongozi, sijui Weta, sijui Musalia, miaka 40 wao wanajiita kiongozi wa Western Province 40 years na hakuna kitu umefanya. Sasa wewe leo ni kiongozi gani?
From what I have heard so far, Kenyans in the US are restless. They are afraid. They are concerned. They are worried about what is happening back home. Things have gone south. When we went to elections in 2022, we had a lot of hope. William Ruto had given a lot of promises to the Kenyan people. And there was a lot of expectation. But as the speaker has said here, as soon as he took the Bible, all those things, he put them aside and started on a path of destroying the Kenyan nation. The way I bear the greatest responsibility of creating the mess that Kenya is in, I bear even greater responsibility to fix the mess. It's only fair. It's only fair to the people of Kenya that the people who played a great role in creating this mess must play even a greater role to fix the mess. Kenyan people living here are part and parcel of the Kenyan nation. And when Kenya ails, they feel it. And more than anybody else, the people living here are feeling the effects of economic mismanagement in Kenya. William Ruto has decided that nobody can tell him no, nobody can challenge him, and if you challenge him, you must die or get injured and go to hospital, as he said. I'm asking the people of Kenya is to look at my track record, that I had the opportunity to sit pretty, enjoy, and let Kenya be finished for selfish gain. I sacrificed for the country. I lost a good job for the good of our country.
Telling them if they go that route, then they are obviously spelling doom for themselves. And we want to have, after all, I see one of the 10 points waliongea na watu wa ODM. I'm waiting to see whether they can have 1 point. Observe constitutionalism. It is not a matter between them and the ODM, but Kenyans expect nothing for this administration to adhere by the principles under our constitution. We therefore do not need to have a dialogue over that issue. What he used to complain about, the special squad, Wakatule, the same squad, the killer squad, yeah, sijui inaitwa what support unit. They are the people who have been behind abductions. We know it, we know them. So it's just a metamorphosis. What he used to complain about is what he now wants to use against other leaders. This empowerment things amounts to is abuse of office. They can't run away from that. That matter, we must prosecute it because they believe they can bribe Kenyans en masse. Ndio wakubali. They better know whatever they bring, wapatie watu as they do commit offenses. Jambo la aibu sana kushtaki vijana wa Kenya Gen Z kusema they are terrorists. Ni kusema kwamba wazazi wao ni terrorists. So every Kenyan voter is a terrorist because these are Kenyans exercising their freedoms under the constitution. How do you then charge under inaitwa POTA, right? Prevention of Terrorism Act. So these are very amazing things. Lakini ni watu ambao wanajua wanaenda nyumbani, tutawasindikiza haraka sana.
Alright, we're now due for our first short break right here at Younib TV News at 1. Please don't go far because we still have much more lined up for you right after this break.
Never the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. You are watching Younib TV News at 1. Now, President Ruto's decision to preserve financing for free-day secondary education and reduced public university tuition has been praised by the teachers. However, COPED says the move is only a step in the right direction and not enough. The union insists that deeper issues such as underfunded programs, teacher shortages, and stalled reforms still need urgent attention. They are calling for sustained investment and long-term solution to ensure the education sector runs effectively and equitably.
You know, as we talk, the crisis in this primary school is that there are debts which have not been settled. The whole issue has been so bad, and it only came to our realization that the government was already implementing a funding which had a shortfall and was not just made public until the minister told us that we should not live a lie. They cannot sustain it. The president has told us that he is giving us our rights because he has listened to Kenyans. So he cannot just tell us and then we rest. We will only be comfortable when this money is sent to school. I remember having noticed that a school in a junior secondary school with a population of 400 learners did not have sufficient number of teachers to lay foundation for STEM and performing arts. Because majority of the teachers who are posted to teach in preparing them were basically rooted in arts-related subjects. There were no maths and science, and there were no teachers to teach physical education, for example. So there's need for a conversation, a national conversation on policy framework, especially on the issue of JSS. What is now obtaining is that, remember, towards the end of last year, the government committed to build grade 9 classrooms. In fact, some of these classrooms were built adjacent to the secondary schools where other classrooms had been built before. It would be very, very important at this particular time that to address the policy gaps that the Ministry of Education faces, what this calls for is to engage in a national conversation on a policy framework which will deliver free and compulsory quality education for Kenyans. Now that the government has said they cannot afford to compromise on access. That is from the president's own mouth. Affordability, quality. I take the president by his word.
And there has been a controversy on where the first Kenya Medical Training College, KMTC, in Kirinyaga County is to be located. The letter by Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale requesting his equivalent in the education sector to assist him hive off 10 acres of piece of land belonging to the Kianyagas Boys High School in Gishugu constituency has stoked the fire as two nearby constituencies of Gishugu and Kirinyaga Central haggle over the site. Health PS Mary Mudhoni has urged to turn off the noise that risks the construction of the medical college.
Kenya Medical Training College, campus ya hapa Kirinyaga Central. Mimi nitatafutana na waziri wa afya na PS wa afya. Hiyo KMTC tutaanza kujenga hii mwaka ambao tunaanza June mwaka huu.
Sasa tumesikia mambo imegeuka, ati KMTC injengwi hapa Kerugoya inahamishwa mpaka Kianyaga. Sasa na hiyo Kianyaga ni shamba ya shule. Tunashindwa, hii shamba ilikuwa imekubaliana na hakuna mtu akuzuia injengwe, tena ati ni Kianyaga inajengwa. Kwani kunaenda anje Kerugoya? Juu ya hiyo shule inajengwa huku kwetu, juu watoto wetu hawatahangaika tena, wazazi pia hatutahangaika tena, biashara kwetu zitainuka.
KMTC ikikunja itasaidia watu wote wa Kirinyaga, wa Mwea, wa Ndia, na tunashii viongozi hao wengine wote wasiingize siasa kwa hii KMTC.
Kirinyaga High School land belongs to the residents. So if you want to exercise it, don't do it secretly through letters. Have public participation. We shall show you where the land is. We do not want secret deals. What about if they get the 10 acres and it is all grabbed and there is no medical college?
And on to sports news. Kenya secured a historic 1-0 victory over two-time champions Democratic Republic of Congo in their CHAN debut on August 3rd, 2025. That's on Sunday at Kasarani Stadium. Austin Odhiambo scored the winning goal in first half stoppage time, earning Kenya their first ever goal and win in the tournament. The match was attended by President William Ruto and CAF President Patrice Motsepe, marking a proud and memorable moment for Kenyan football on the continental stage. Take a look at the conversation President Ruto had with the Harambee Stars team.
Beginning. You did very well. Thank you Bana Otis kwa kutupatia bao la pekee. Wapi yo mungwana? Austin. Ako wapi Austin? Ako area. Very good. Very good. So pongezi sana. I just want to keep the spirit high, and we are all, as I told you, we are all behind you. The whole country is behind you, and we are going to stand with you. Si sasa muko na kila mtu sasa ako na milioni moja tayari. Sasa huyu mungwana anaitwa nani huyu? Wapi president wa FKF? Sasa kesho asubuhi unipitie? Yes. Uchukue mali ya hao watu. Ndio. Tutakuwa tunakatana tu hivyo. Ikisonga mimi nasonga, ikisonga mimi nasonga. Ndio. Sawa. Tuko pamoja guys. Sasa mnajua Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday sasa ndio game yenyewe. Si ndio? Please. Yeah, mkae strong, mkae ngangari, sisi wote tuko na nyinyi. Sawa. But you did a wonderful job. You know.
Congratulations, Harambee Stars, for your hard-earned victory. Remember, there are still more ties featuring Kenyan team at the Kasarani Stadium, with the next match scheduled to happen on Thursday against Angola and Morocco. After that, this coming Sunday. Thanks for making Younib TV News at one part of your afternoon. Stay tuned for more updates during the inaugural 9 p.m. bulletin with Alfonso Uma, only here on Younib TV. I'm Cliff Omondi. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.